Hi guys. Looks like we are alive. So welcome. So let's welcome all the people here, and welcome to the BNB Chain and ChainIDE Develop Bootcamp. So today is the seventh day of the bootcamp. So before we start, I would like to mention there's a poll link. It's a poll contest in the Telegram. So I've just copy and paste the Telegram link in the YouTube chat channel. So if you haven't joined the group, feel free to join, and we will provide a poll link for people uh, who join the boot camp, and also do the review of the whole boot camp. Once you have done filling the Google form, and you have the chance to win a limited poll. So okay, so today's session I would like to say there will be two parts. So first we will have Miss Annie, who is a co-founder of RS3, to show us what is RS3 and how we can do with RS3 for the further development. So the second part will be a technical Q&A where Mr. Ali, who is the overseas community manager from ChainIDE, he will take care of those questions that some of you might have during your development. So let me first introduce a bit about RS3, because actually I'm also the ambassador of RS3, so I'm a little bit familiar with it. So RS3 is basically a decentralized content distribution protocol. So it's designed to replace the way of information distribution in Web 2. So they got listed in Bitcoin once, and also they had received greatest firms funds such as Coinbase shares and Skynet Capital, and also Musk Network. So, okay, for the detailed information, let's invite their co-founder, Miss Annie, to give us a speech. So, Miss Annie, if you are ready, you can start whenever.
Sure. So hi everyone. I'm Annie from RS3, and since today is sort of a developers bootcamp, the chance to share with developers. So, what I'm going to share with you guys today is very just a because we also have limited time, so it's just a quick introduction to like how we sort of build our demos with RSS3. And if you guys are interested, you can like go to our dev document, which is rs3.wiki, or go through our white paper just for more like technical details. And so first, I think uh, let's take a look at mm, what is RSS3? So RSS3 is the next generation feed standard, and it is an open information syndication protocol that supports efficient and decentralized information distribution in Web3. So on the right, you can see a little like diagram on roughly how like RSS3 protocol could work with applications, and how does it like function um, with the help of like decentralized network, and how it sort of communicates with some decentralized storage. So as you can see, like basically when like user interact, because the
Sorry
protocol.
to disturb, Annie. Could you
Sorry.
share the slides? I think probably you'll forget it.
Oh, yeah, I
That's,
think I, sorry, my bad.
that's all right.
I think I happened to click on the wrong. Can you guys see it now?
Looks like not. So, maybe you can
Um,
share the screen, not the slide.
yes, I'm actually sharing my screen, but I think something doesn't
All
quite
right.
work. Uh,
Okay, and just we can just wait for a moment, waiting for Annie's. ready for the slides.
Can you guys see my screen right now?
I think maybe you have to try again. Can you just rejoin the StreamYard?
Oh,
Maybe
sure.
and okay, have to yeah. Let's wait for Annie's. She's going to try to rejoin the channel to see if the slides can be on. We just have to wait for a moment.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, all right. Just try it again.
Oh, I see. Sorry, my bad. I think it's some. I have to set the Chrome screen sharing permission.
All right. No worries. Just take your time. And also, we would like to say a bit about more about like RS3 when Annie is doing her slides. So basically, the RS3 is a decentralized protocol for information processing. So if guys you are interested in this project, you can find them on Twitter or their website. It's rss.fun, I guess. Um, yeah. So yeah, they already just launched their token. Yeah, I think it's among like 2 weeks ago. You can also search their token is RS3 for utility or governance. It's an interesting thing that they also have their first DAO governance. I think it's 2 hours ago, just to vote for the things the communities wants to do. Yeah.
Um, I actually have no idea why I can't do this because
Uh,
I'm pretty sure.
right.
Yeah, can you? I also just uploaded my slides again. Will we able to do that using
Uh,
this broadcasting studio thing? Because I actually give full permission to Chrome to record my screen, but I don't know why it still doesn't allow me to share my screen. Sure.
all right. Um, or maybe we can switch the sequence of presenting. Or maybe I can ask Ali to do the Q&A first. Do you mind? You can share the slides with me, and I can do the PowerPoint sharing on the screen. Hello, Annie.
Hi.
Yeah, would you mind
Um,
sharing your presentation slides to me, and I can share the screen maybe?
sure. How can I send you? I, uh,
Or maybe then we can ask Mr. Ali to do the Q&A first. Then you can, after we made all the things ready, then you can start.
of course, of course.
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. No worries. Hello Ali, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
Also, basically, I would introduce Mr. Ali first. He's the overseas director at White Matrix. So he's basically doing a short, quick Q&A about the questions we collect from all the teams during their development. So, Mr. Ali, can you just start if you are
Yeah,
ready?
sure. Hi everybody, thanks for joining us today again. This is Ali, the community manager at ChainIDE. So today we will try to answer your questions we collected from Telegram channel. So let's start with the questions. Here, first question is, if I want to develop a blockchain based application, DApp, what knowledge do I need to have? I would simply say it depends on the application you are going to develop. Basically, an application is developed into different steps. First of all, you need to collect the requirements, and later, after that, you need to specify the requirements. After specification, you need to design your project. Sorry. After the design phase, you do coding. Coding includes front-end coding and back-end coding. There are multiple languages used for front-end and back-end. For front-end, commonly used programming languages are HTML, which is used to make a structure of your website, while CSS is used to design your website. There are many other frameworks also which are used to create front end of your website, which are Vue, React, and Bootstrap is also used to design your website. There are many others also. And if we talk about backend, backend is a smart contract. There are multiple languages used for backend, like for writing down a smart contract. Solidity is one of them, and Solidity is one of the most commonly used programming language for writing down smart contract. There are some others also, such as Rust, C Sharp, but those are not commonly used. Solidity is one of the most commonly used programming language. So we need to have a knowledge of Web3 also, and we need to have a knowledge of Web3 library is very important for creating a DApp. So these are the things you need for creating a DApp. For front end, I already told, like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. HTML to create a structure of your website, CSS and design to make it more functional. CSS is to add like more style to your website. React is a framework that you can use to design your front end. And you can start with the Solidity from the tutorial from their official website, which is like solidity docs.soliditylang.org. And you can start studying from web3.js, Ethereum JavaScript API, which is like very important for creating DApps. And there are multiple tools you can use, such as ChainIDE, uh, and remix, and except that you can use Visual Studio Code also. So these are all the things you require to create a DApp. I hope your first question is answered. So we move towards second question. The second question is how to deploy an ERC token fastly. ERC20 token is Ethereum based token standard which is used to represent a fungible token. Ethereum request for comment. So if you want to create a fungible token of ERC20 standard or BEP20 standard token, ChainIDE had made it very easy. You just need to go to ChainIDE. If I share my screen, and just wait a minute. Let me share my screen. Yeah, now I can share my screen. If you want to create a ERC or BEP20 token, you can simply go to ChainIDE. Here you can see my screen. ChainIDE has already built-in templates. You just need to change a little bit of information and you can create it very easily. Here you can see ChainIDE supports multiple blockchains such as Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Conflux, Definity, Nervous, Polygon, Flow, and if we want to create BEP20 token, we will use BSC because BEP is a standard for fungible token on Binance Smart Chain. And if we want to create ERC20, then we will use Ethereum blockchain because ERC20 token is a standard for Ethereum based fungible tokens. So now if, for example, if we want to create BEP20 token, here we can see the Binance already have BEP20 showcase. Here we can see. So you don't need to code by yourself from start. You can use this template and you can add or delete some functions according to your requirements. So this is very easy to create your fungible token using ChainIDE. Here you can see the code of BEP20 token. Here you can change the name of the token according to your requirements, whichever you want to name, and the total supply according to your requirements. And you can add or delete functions from this smart contract. So this is very easy how you can create your BEP20 standard token or ERC20 standard token using ChainIDE. So I hope your second question is also answered. So let's move forward to third question now. The third question is I noticed this feature of ChainIDE Terminal. Can you please introduce it? Yes. ChainIDE has introduced terminal feature recently. If you go to ChainIDE and you click on the logger, you can see terminal. Here, if you click on the terminal and you can see Ganache, NPM Truffle and NPM Hardhat. So what is it? If you use Remix IDE, you need to download NPM Node Package Manager separately. You need to download Truffle separately. And then you need to configure with the Remix IDE. But this is not the case with ChainIDE. ChainIDE has provided like one-stop solution. You don't need to download any software. You just need to use ChainIDE, and ChainIDE has already all the softwares or everything you need to use. You don't need to waste your time for downloading different softwares. You just need to go to ChainIDE, use terminal, and here everything is pre-installed. Like it saves your time and it fasts the development procedure. So I hope this question is also answered. Like you don't need to install all the applications separately. ChainID team has already installed and configured Truffle, Hardhat, Ganache, Node Package Manager, everything in the ChainIDE. But this is not the case with other IDEs such as Remix IDE or Visual Studio Code. So I hope this question is also answered. The next question is, what are the advantages of Chain IDE compared to Remix? As I mentioned earlier, Chain IDE supports both EVM and non-EVM blockchains. But if we talk about Remix IDE, Remix IDE supports Ethereum blockchains, Ethereum virtual machine supported blockchains, not non-EVM. But if we talk about ChainIDE supports both EVM and non-EVM. If we talk about Conflux blockchain is a non-EVM blockchain. If we talk about Definity blockchain, Definity is a non-EVM blockchain, but ChainIDE supports these blockchains. And in comparison, Remix does not support these blockchains. So this is the main difference between, or you can say the advantages of Chain IDE over Remix IDE. And the second thing I mentioned earlier, Like if you use ChainIDE, you need to download all the softwares by yourself. If you want to use Node Package Manager, if you want to use Truffle, Ganache, you need to download separately. That is time consuming. But if you use ChainIDE has already all the softwares downloaded in it, and you don't need to waste your time in setting the environment. You just need to use, and like all the things are already set up. So I hope this question is also answered. And the next question is why BNB chain is faster than ETH and gas is lower? Yeah. Why BNB chain is faster than ETH and gas is lower? I would like to say like BNB chain is faster than ETH or other blockchains because BNB has only 21 you can say nodes in the world. But if we talk about Ethereum, it has about 100,000 nodes. And the other difference is BNB chain uses proof of stake algorithm, while Ethereum blockchain uses proof of work. Proof of work need to calculate the hash code, which is like time consuming as well as needs high computational power. While proof of stake does not need high computation and does not need as much time as proof of work. So this is the main reason the gas for the Binance Smart Chain is lower as compared to Ethereum, and the Binance Smart Chain is faster than other blockchains. I hope this question is also answered. So let's move to the next question. What is the difference between ERC20 token and ERC721 standard token? The main difference is ERC20 token is a fungible token standard. All the tokens such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, or all the other coins are ERC20 standard tokens. While if we talk about non-fungible tokens are ERC20 721 standard token, which are used to represent an image, audio, video, or some other digital assets, not cryptocurrencies. For cryptocurrencies, we use ERC20 standard token. The other difference is ERC20 standard tokens are divisible. And for example, if I want to send zero point 0.5 of a fungible token, that is possible. But if we talk about half of an image, half of an audio, that is not possible actually. So that is the second biggest difference between fungible tokens and non-fungible tokens. Fungible tokens are divisible, but non-fungible tokens are not divisible. And non-fungible tokens are used to represent some images, some audios, videos. Like these days, non-fungible tokens are being used as a entry pass into metaverse. There are like many applications of non-fungible tokens. A pass is one of the um, applications of non-fungible token. For example, there are many clubs and they are using non-fungible token as an entry. If you like, if you are holding NFT, you are a member of their clubs and you can enjoy their incentives. Yeah, this is the main uses of the non-fungible token. So here is the next question. Where is the metadata of ERC720 token generally stored? It is stored at IPFS. So these were all the questions, and here we can try to deploy a smart contract ERC20 standard token, uh, and we can show all the audience, all the Telegram group members who had this question. Like this is really very easy to create an ERC20 standard token, which is a fungible token. or if we talk about BEP20 token, which is a Binance a token, fungible token on Binance Smart Chain. We simply need to go to ChainIDE and we need to choose BSC, and here we can choose the BEP20 showcase. Sorry, I have already reached the limit. Let me delete some projects. You can create about 10 projects at a time in ChainIDE. Yeah, here we go to BSC and it will be BEP20. So for this one, you need to access ChainIDE. You need to have a wallet. Here we can see you need to have a MetaMask wallet to pay for the gas fee when you deploy your smart contract and make interaction with the deployed smart contract. Here is my MetaMask wallet, and you need to use a BSC testnet if you are deploying on the BSC Binance Smart Chain, and if you are deploying on the Ethereum blockchain, you need to choose the test network or main network accordingly. For Ethereum, there are different networks like Ropsten, Coven, and Ringbay test network. As test network and Ethereum main network, if you want to deploy on the Ethereum main blockchain, mainnet blockchain. But if for testing, you can see here for testing. Same is the case for Binance Smart Chain. If you want to deploy on the main blockchain, then you will use the main RPC. But if you want to deploy on the testnet, you can choose BSC testnet. You can find the information from the internet, BSC test network, and you can add it manually to the here. You can find the information and you can manually add into your MetaMask wallet. Here is all the required information. Here is the information for the mainnet, and here is the information for the testnet. So for the testing purpose, we will use testnet. Here we will choose BEP20 showcase, and yeah, we have already set up everything. And here we need to connect a wallet. Here we will use injected Web3 provider and MetaMask wallet. And if you have Binance wallet, you can use that one also. Yeah, here we have two options, BSC testnet or BSC mainnet. Here we will use BSC testnet. Here is our smart contract, and here is very simple. You need to compile the smart contract and choose the compiler version accordingly, like 0.8.0 here we have mentioned, and here we can also use 0.8.0. Yeah, here we can compile it. It's very easy. ChainIDE have made it very easy. And after deploying, you can like send it to any other address. You can perform all the functions in it. So here it is successful. After successful compilation, its ABI and bytecode will be generated, and these will be used when you want to interact using like front end. These are very useful. So you can access it from the compile section, and if you for deploying, it has already uh, here like we need to select it is already selected the contract we compiled, and here we can deploy the smart contract. So here you need to have some like test tokens, BNB test tokens you can get from the this website, BNB faucet. Yeah, you can get the test tokens from here. You simply need to paste your address here, and you can simply get some BNB. Yeah, here I get BNB. So this is very simple. And here we can see our BEP20 smart contract is successfully deployed. So that was all for today's session. I hope your all the questions are answered. And thank you so much for joining the bootcamp. And if you have any further question, you can ask in our Telegram channel or in our Discord channel. We will try our best to answer all of your questions.
All right, thanks, Ali. Thanks for the
And
great presentation.
welcome, welcome.
All right, so may some of you know that we are doing a bootcamp with BNB Chain. So basically, if you are teaming up with your friends, then you will develop a Dapp on Binance Smart Chain. Also, there's a news about Binance Smart Chain. They are now getting involved into BNB Chain. So basically, they are renamed, and there's new name called BNB Chain. All right. So next we'll carry on with RS3. Hello, Annie.
Hi,
Hello, Miss Annie. Are you here?
can you hear me?
Yes, of course. Yes, I'll do the sharing, and you can start whenever you are ready.
Okay, I think we're good to go.
All right.
Thanks for doing the slides for me. Okay, so let's just start it. Hi everyone again. I'm Annie from RS3, and today I'm just going to share with you guys how to build with RS3 protocol with our demo application. And can we go to the next slide? Thanks. So first, let's just briefly go through what is RS3. And next slide. So RS3 is the next generation fee standard, and it supports efficient and decentralized information distribution in Web3. And on the right, you can see a diagram of how does RS3 work. Basically, under the RS3 system, users own and have control over their own data, which is called files. As defined in our protocol through public key cryptography. And the applications can only use instead of like control users files, not like the data monopolies in Web 2 era. And the protocol defines the format of the information presence and communication. And through the protocol, users can store their signed information to decentralized RS3 network, which includes their profile, the links, notes, and assets. And in the definition, notes and assets include both signed content published by users themselves and the content automatically indexed from other networks. As you can see, like RSS3 protocol is designed to be pretty flexible, and using the protocol and the RSS3 network, you can basically um, build many types of applications. So can we go to the next slide? Thanks. And the easiest way to sort of get started is to use our RSS3 SDK. Currently, we have offered the SDK for JavaScript, which has a pretty good support for TypeScript as well. Or you can just request the API directly. And you can see like a detailed documentation on the SDK in our developers document. And just to briefly like go through what we provide in the JavaScript SDK. Some functions include like getting the user profile details, like adding your a persona's associate accounts. You can also get the list of the persona's links, which means you can get the followings and followers of a certain persona. And plus you can get the assetlets attached to this particular persona, and the activity feeds, as well as posting custom items. For example, not only just like content items, but you can also like make a comment or like an activity. And now let's take a look at what you can build with RS3. So thinking about like using feed as the resource, as the data source to build an application. I guess the most easiest or the first application we may think of is like social medias, includes like user profile apps such as like bios, but also like content networks since it's a feed, so maybe a feed reader or a feed aggregator. Also, there are many other probabilities and potentials. So, for example, in metaverse apps, you might use RSS3 to build like the profile page, or other applications such as like e-commerce platforms. I guess the most common one in Web3 might be like NFT marketplaces, as well as games, and more, like just using your imagination to explore the potentials. And so we do have some existing applications and projects that we have partnered with, and give them support to use RS3 to build part, or to use as the source to support their own applications. For example, Cheers is like a Web3 bio, and you guys may already know like some of the projects I listed here, like Flow and Nas, In Group, and Mask. They're like social networks, and Matrix World is the metaverse app, and like Reverie and Show Me are like content related applications, and Unimeta is e-commerce platform. It's a NFT marketplace, and also UniPass. So let's just take a sort of go through in a little bit more details on how like we build a demo application using RSS3. And yeah, we can just some of you may already know or might have used Cheers Bio before. It is previously known as Web3 Pass or RSS3 Bio, but we recently just went through a big like update and refactoring on it. So this is a bio, like a user profile application, as you can see. We designed the application to be able to show your Web3 just in one shot, because it includes like you can show your NFTs, but in a more detailed way. So for example, you can put some of your NFTs in the collectible section, and some of your like NFTs in the game section if it's like somehow game related, or it's like so for example, like some equipment you got from a game, or some like achievement, or just some game related stuff. And we also added the awards section, which means you can drag your NFTs here if you consider it as one of your achievements in your Web3. So for example, Joshua here, he puts like the RS3 white paper NFT and the RS3 family NFT here. Besides, we also have the organization section, because we do realize that as like the Web3 community grows larger, there have been many like organizations and communities, and we do hope that this section can sort of create a chance for the users to display or like show off their membership or like belongingness or their contributions to certain like organizations. And next we have the footprint section. This is basically where we put all the whole apps here. We call it footprints because we think that this is a nice words to present sort of your traces, right? Like some activities or events you've attended or participated. Next is the donation section, which is basically all the projects you've made contributions to through like Gitcoin, or you just like either like in the grants or just like just made some donations. If you want think some projects are like have many potentials and you want to support them, and we do keep the content section as like previously in past, but we do add a Web3 toggle, because now we support not only like articles or posts you have written on Mirror, which is stored on Arweave. So that's I guess many people think that as some like pure blood Web3 content, but since we also support linking your Twitter accounts, your Miski accounts, so just in case some people wanted to have a more like strict Web3 experience, we do offer the option for you to turn that toggle on and off. And I think I also prepared a video, but I don't think it will work like in this slide. So I guess maybe we can skip that part for now. And yeah, I don't think the video can be played, but that's fine. We can just jump to the next slides, I guess. And for those of you who might be interested in like build some demos or try out our SDKs or the protocols, we just recently updated have a like update version of our protocol, and the SDK is still like have not been updated according to the protocol, because we made some like there have been many changes to comparing to the older version, and but still like if you guys are interested, you can still try out the SDK. It's still like in maintenance, and we are planning to also upgrade the SDK according to the new version of the RS3 protocol soon. Just something to keep in mind. So, and for like more detailed information, you can go to our wiki page to skim through what is added and in this new version of our RS3 protocol. Yeah, so I guess this is also a good place for you to start if you wanted to learn more about the protocol itself or like just how it works. And it's there are also many like samples, coding samples, so you can also using that as the reference. And I really wanted to show you guys the video if that's possible, because you might be able to have a close look at how it works. But I guess you can also just experience the Chesto Bio by yourself, and the link is just cheers.bio. And when we designed this app, we also just, as I mentioned before, like you're able to sort of drag your NFTs among the sections of collectibles.
Annie, can we
Yeah.
do a quick presentation, like show people how to use Chesto Bio? Because I can share the screen. I am also a fan of RS3, so basically I'm using all of the products you already made. So I can give a just quick impression to the people here and to the audience. Do you mind? Do you mind me sharing the?
Sure. Yeah, sure. That would be great if you can do that.
That's all right. That's no worries. Um, Give me a little second. I can share. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see my screen right now.
Yeah, I think I can see your Chrome
Okay,
window.
cool. Okay, cool. So just as Andy just mentioned that they have sort of some protocols and products, and here is one of those products. It's called Chesto Bio. So if you are a new user, you can just type Chesto Bio in the search engine. Okay. Here, then you can see this. There's a login page. Then you just connect your MetaMask. And this is my profile, and basically it's as it's loading, so we can see some of the information it's giving. So basically, it's your profile name, your RS3 naming service. So it's RNS. Also, some collectibles like NFTs you have already collected. I can show the page. So basically, some collectibles I have, and also some NFTs. Also, the footprints is basically the popes you get from different events. Also, the donations is like the donations you made on Gitcoin. Also, the Twitter account contents. So this is basically a Cheers Bio. Miss Annie, could you get more elaborate more on the RS3, because I think some of the audience don't really know about RS3 and they're not very familiar with it.
Okay, so I guess maybe just using the oh, you mean the protocol itself, or like how we use the SDKs to build the
I think
Cheers
I
file?
think yeah. Could you first like give us like short introduction about the white paper, because some of them knows that RS3 is a protocol, but how it works and how it did with the DAO and the blockchains part.
So since you've so maybe I guess since you mentioned blockchain, right? I guess one question that people have been like frequently asking us is so first let's start with like the relationship between RSS3 and RSS3 network, because I think I also mentioned
All right.
RSS3 network a lot like before.
Yep.
So RSS3 is the protocol, and it's like a definition of the format of the presence and communication of information, while RSS3 network is a decentralized implementation of the protocol. So it provides like additional methods of accessing the data based on the protocol. Hope that helps understanding a little bit. And the next thing is so for example, the cheers file, well, we just like share with everyone.
Yes.
Since it's like a user profile app, right? So basically in this application, and I think also the PC layout is a really good like display to show how we use the protocol or how we use the SDK, I would say. So on the right side, we can see a content panel, and only in this panel we use like the item related SDK. So these are like activity feeds, right? Like you post it on Mural or you post it on Twitter. And on the left side of Cheers file, it's all about like your assets or like your user information. So like your usernames, your like profile bio, the accounts you have linked with or like you have verified, and like your followers or your followings. These are like, so the on the left side, the top card is like a user profile card, and that's all information in this card we retrieve it from the profile API, and all the cards below that, so collectibles, awards, and if you I guess you didn't put anything in games or like organizations, so they're not showing here. But if you do have it, then these are the NFTs. So actually both the listed like items and the unlisted items, they're all retrieved using the assets API, but Cheers provide you an option to sort of like hide the NFTs you don't want to show now, or like you just want it to be hidden, or like just like make it more organized. You do have the option to do that, but even the unlisted like assets, they are in your RSS3 file. It's just like not show. It's like tagged as unlisted in like Cheers the application itself. So that's sort of the app side configuration on how we use the data, and everything like the donations and like your footprint, these are just all just data we just query through the API using our SDK. So that's pretty much like a really simple, straightforward like way to get all the data you might need for such a like bio application. And I think a few weeks ago there was a like a community developer, and I think he forked Chesto Bio and wanted to build sort of like a resume kind of application. So I would say you can also think of the that like maybe building a linking for Web3 based on RS3, and you can just like maybe fork Chesto Bio to get started on that. And yeah, so that's
that's
sort
great.
of how, yeah, that's also like one possible like one idea maybe for the bootcamp participants if you guys are
Yep.
interested. And back to like RSS3, I think another like frequently asking question is like why RSS3 network store data on distributed network instead of a blockchain. So this is a very interesting question, and we know that like so storing data on the blockchain is sort of like a Web3 like political correctness thing to do, but is it but like at this current stage, storing it on a distributed network with signatures as consensus is sort of the technical correctness to do. First of all, we all know that if we store data on blockchain, then it's gonna be super inefficient and it's gonna have a really, really high cost, which means that it will block many not like users from using applications, but also many developers. It will like prevent them from starting and building an application. And it also, in this case, it's like it just make it impossible to compete with centralized platforms, because we all know that centralized platforms will be able to have like really high efficiency and therefore bring a very excellent experience. So that's why we decided to store the data on a distributed network instead of blockchain. And also just like we also believe that like we're not.
Could you say that again?
Sorry, it's Siri. So we also like we believe that we're not like compete against other Web3 applications, because the whole Web3 era, it just started, right? Everyone is trying to make contribution to Web3, and we believe that our like enemy, or let's say the actual it is like the Web2 centralized platform that we actually wanted to compete against. So with this in mind, we believe that like richer functionality and like greater flexibility and higher efficiency are more important to us, and these are the advantages that a distributed network can bring us, but a blockchain could not, at least like in this stage. So yeah, that's basically, I hope that answered the question.
All right, thanks. That's great information for us. Then also we would like to know about the short roadmap for RS3, as I know that your pre-nodes are working right now, correct?
Yes. So we're like so the pre-nodes are working, but we are also so the pre-node we have already so for example, like all the existing applications that I mentioned before, like reveries, cheers, also like some of, if you go to slide, I think that's slide 7, right? The projects we have already partnered with,
Yep.
we provide all these technical support based on our pre-node, which is still it's like under maintenance, but we are already in build of, we called RS3 Pre-God. So
All
it's
right.
a close, yeah, it's a sort of a close to a decentralized implementation of our protocol version 0.4.0, with full indexing functions, and it's written in Go, which means there'll be a great improvement on the performance and the efficiency, because we all, since the pre-node is written in Node.js, so it sometimes costs like some mass due to a lot of just language, the basically just due to the language itself. So we hope that our pre-God will like the pre-God implementation can came out maybe in the next few months, I would say, hopefully in March, but we will trying to make it as soon as possible, and hopefully that will make a huge improvement in the performance. And after pre-God, we will be aiming like at a fully decentralized implementation of the protocol in Go, but it's still under planning, and I can't give you like an estimated time of when that come up. It's already like engineers have already like planning for it. So just I would say like is it better now?
Sorry to disturb you. I think your voice is breaking right now. Sort of like because of the network issues, I think. Um, could you maybe, I think maybe it's we are great here to hear that RSS3 is doing a really good job in Web3 to, for example, like doing information processing, and probably I have to to close the session right now because of the time limitation and so on. And but good to have you here today. And if you guys have any questions about RS3, then you can just find their website and also go into their Discord to have a look at. All right. Thanks for your speech and great great presentation, Annie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Uh, okay. So, guys, do you have any questions right now for the program? I see people asking that can we set the RSS hosting as well, please. Yeah, sure. We'll send it in the Telegram group. May I have this any this the other team to have in other languages. Um, yes, feel free to ask any questions. You know, I will okay, for the end of this, I would like to say that we have a special hope for people that we're in Google of reviewing the whole as we're now reaching the stage of the 7th day of the bootcamp. The bootcamp ends. Also, the 2 days course left. I would like to send out the link in the Telegram. So back to for I'll put the link in the notes. So thanks for your attention and thanks for attending. So we'll see you in the next